Hello and welcome back to Passing Time Games. Take a little bit of time to let my vocal cords, which are represented through, but I'm feeling a lot better now. So a good long weekend of rest, and we can finally, finish up this long ass game. So recap. Last time on Attorney Trilogy, we discovered that the Joe Dark killings were just a series of unfortunate events for a businessman. And I think that the police chief is evil simply because he has a pipe organ in his office in the police station. And that's also where the last killing of Joe Dark apparently happened years ago. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's get back to it. Learned about Joe Dark's very bad, no good day. What did we get? Court record. Okay, we got that. Evidence locker and why it's still missing. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Businessman? What made him take the serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. His car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal. An animal. He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady. a lady, then a kid, with the bodies, then a jogger. Oh, I wish it didn't auto skip like that. That's some fun stuff. Seems like he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. With 4 bodies. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka M. Okay. Oh right, he said. That's right. He said that the knife, the puncture didn't match this knife, right? That's Edward. And this was apparently the knife that killed Prosecutor Marshall. You have anything to say about that? I don't know why that stuck out, but About this. Hey, is that? There's a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. Okay, I had to adjust my level. Looks like they were a bit off. Apologies if you were listening before now. What are you doing with that? Ever since the case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Okay. This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? Actually, it looks like it would be more like Prosecutor Marshall's, right? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Well, that's kind of a shitty knife, then. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty, conclusive. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now and his office is locked, but we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. That's really efficient, actually. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would change his mind. Do I have anything that I could show him? No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just end up making Lana look even more guilty. Whoa. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Sure still doesn't have his car. Who is Edgeworth anyway? Hey, how do you get home? I wonder if Edgeworth is back here. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. Just so edgy. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Yeah, let's just talk about the accusation. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. The fact remains that the fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that picture. Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded with this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning that to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's weird. That's right. Okay, so they mentioned the photo, so... This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes. The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. But why don't you tell it though? You know, for Emma's sake. Very well. Long ago, in a kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. That's really neat. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. That is a real cool story, bro. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. Yeah, I did too. That's real cool. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant. Okay. Chance acted really weird. I do think he's a bad guy. Just because he has a pipe organ in his office. That's not normal stuff. Right? Like, I can't be the only one that sees a pipe organ in someone's, like, general area and doesn't think, yeah, that person's evil. But, oh. He won such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch? Yeah, you'd think he'd want to show this thing off more than that giant steel samurai. What is it? This is the King of Prosecutors Award, right? Of course it is. You know that. I saw something today that looked like this somewhere. Something that looked like that? Yeah, only different. Now, where was that? She's right. Something's amiss here. We already figured out it was the halberd part missing. What's this? We're just gonna snatch it right in front of him? I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is standing right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside of me has died. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Is this how we trick Gumshoe into risking his job? Would you get fired from Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's her. Would either of you care for a quarter-pounder of roast beef? The star? I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. What the fuck? Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Starr's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Okay, cool. I can talk to her. Joe Dunk. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Sky. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant? That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean, with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have any proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence. You mean... Oh, yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Really? Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh, yes. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shot. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief... That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he couldn't control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know. But one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only launched with a clue. There must have been a reason for her change. At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. I hope so, Phoenix. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create a fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Okay, a little bit of a redemption arc there. I can let it slide. Now let's go see if we can get Gumshoe fired. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It'd be not my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Yeah, hey, Gumshoe. Edgeworth is thinking of resigning. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way. Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know the difference now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with just another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Gumshoe is just still a stand-up guy. Yeah, look at this. If you walked into an office and saw this, you just think evil. February 24th, Police Department Chief's Office. Here goes, Mr. Wright. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Grah! Sorry. I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point of you giving us your ID card? Why did we crush his ID card? Hey, don't do that to my card. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I might as well take a look around for myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yes. That's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. Really? That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry? This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so, what's bothering you? I guess he does watch too much TV. You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Yeah, I got things to do. Is that a rotary phone? Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were in here earlier... Oh, it's your turn. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what he was doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what... No, you idiot. About the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Half-sized list of evidence. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. So we just stole that. Okay. I just wanted to know about the phone. What's up with the stained glass windows and the paintings, the pagoda, and the knight? This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. You know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh. Be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this arm as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. This was taken on the day 2 years ago. The day that Joe Dark ran out of questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Doc. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Love you, Gumshoe, but kind of an idiot. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Why is it here? This is a safe, isn't it? Oh god, where's the parrot? Where's the parrot that tells me the safe code? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I might just know what it is. Okay, so this is where we figure out that Gant is one lucky bastard, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sevens. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Gant is the bad guy here. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Yep, Gant is a lucky bastard. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was it, pal? Sevens. The sevens. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 7777777? That ID number? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's the part of the broken pot. A shard from a broken cup? This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this? There's something else in here too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. Okay. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? Thank you, Batman. I don't think so. Oh. Well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in that safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. So if that's from 2 years ago, like, I'm trying to figure out how a handprint lasts that long and just leather just sitting in a safe. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Should I just show him the broken case? Please tell me I'm not just carrying this around in my pocket. Detective Gumshoe, did you have another look at this jar that I conveniently have in my pocket? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. Kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Hmm? Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, Humpty Dumpty will be all right. Oh, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. That too. Here goes. Ooh, what do I do? What do I do? Does it go in like this? What about this? This is one ugly vase. There. Fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar inside his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? Yeah, it really is a weird one. This piece you just attached, it's different from the others. Okay. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? I mean, I think it looks pretty good. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar. Like someone this was this was sitting in the assistant chief's office. This was paid for by taxpayer dollars. That's still taxpayer dollars. Right? Like I can't be the only one upset about that, right? Can I grab that other piece of evidence there? We already been through that. Gumshoe, do you have the thing? Thanks for stopping by, Breeze. Look at that. It's not even solid at the bottom. This is a shitty vase. Hey, look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. Looks like blood. This piece the chief has is different though. The blood stains on the other pieces are just spots. But this one's a line. That is odd. Is it supposed to be fingerprints? Someone drew on it? Do we... You know what? Screw it. We're gonna check it for fingerprints. I don't know if there's a way we could have put it together, like, that makes sense. I don't see another way we could put this together to make sense. And I also think we have a picture of it. Yeah, right here. It's right there. So do I fingerprint it because it's got like someone had to have touched it? Am I gonna get Gant's fingerprints off of this now? Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. All right, go to town. Jeez. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on. This isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, so we're gonna fingerprint that. That makes a lot more sense, I guess. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh. Where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Oh, dust. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Gave it my best shot. What kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? So it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay. So we tried the index. We're just dumping this powder into this cloth. That's a good print. Not you. Not you. No. Close. No. Also close. What? Why is Emma's finger... Is this hers? Okay. No. How can this be? The big Getty star allowed me to cheat death. What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old? They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. No, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right? You in the court. What the fuck are you doing in my office? Chief Gant. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Otherwise, we would have left. Fortunately, I have a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out the window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the court. Me, sir? Drop off your ID card on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out! Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You. The one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. Sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. Mr. Wright. Wait, we just left her there? No. Oh, why would we just leave her in there? Why would we just leave her? She's about to have a tragic fall out of a window, it seems. I tried to stop her, Raito. You have to believe me. Oh, but poor Gumshoe. Look, pal. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. I'm amazed you heard from Emma. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Oh, man. Why did we leave her? I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. No use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really. I believe I did mention something quite important. Maybe once. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is lurking behind you. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced, you know something. No one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Talk! I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it. yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth, it's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. Go look in a mirror, you liar. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more likely. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? It's Officer Meekins! No, it's...
Take that!
Well, Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. Well, I haven't. I'm on the other side of this glass, and you're sitting backwards in a chair. I haven't forgotten my place. That's on the outside. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crime? His crime? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need a lot more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Will this do it?
Take that!
No, we didn't find that in the safe. We found it in his desk. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. I didn't select either of those. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. You know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SO9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside of the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. How did Gant get a body into Edgeworth's car? He's wearing a big-ass orange suit. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. To where? The trunk's lock was broken. Yeah, it did. And I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident? Serial killer Joe Dark's knife? I couldn't just leave that knife in. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. I don't think there needed to be a knife in the man's body for them to tell he was stabbed to death. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. Well, that is a crime. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. That does not look like someone who is, like, struggling. Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so bad? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife? The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my mouth. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about the one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gann, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. See you later, Batman. Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean not wanting the case to die? He decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. Oh, he disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and as an investigator. Now, please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons and preserve my win record. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murder. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Okay, perfect. Okay. I don't think my throat is going to hold up for the whole trial. So, to answer the question of the stream, no, we cannot finally finish this case, but we will do so on Thursday. I'm going to continue treating my throat, relaxing, and we're going to get it done on Thursday so we can finally move on to the next case. I can't wait to finally be done with this super long case. Can't wait. So we'll get into that on Thursday. Thanks for passing the time with me, and I'll see you on the next one.